The ANC has paid tribute to former National Assembly Speaker Frene Ginwala for fighting for women's contributions to the party to be recognized. ANC Secretary General Fikile Mbalula visited Ginwala's home in Johannesburg on Friday following her death at the age of 90. Ginwala was instrumental in setting up the ANC's structures in exile and creating the framework for a People's Parliament in 1994. Here's NEwzroom Afrika's Govan Whittles, who was at a family home earlier.
South Africa is in mourning following the passing of one of its true liberation heroes, Dr. Frene Ginwala. She died in Johannesburg at the age of 90. Her family says her death was unexpected, but they're proud of her contribution towards the defeat of the apartheid regime, as well as setting up South Africa's democracy.
She had two families, our family and the movement, and it was an exciting but also sometimes difficult time to try to manage. She was very kind and caring to us as we grew up, and we are very honored and proud of the contribution that she's made. So thank you for acknowledging that, and thank you for being here.
She was the founding Speaker of the National Assembly, and at her home in Johannesburg, ANC stalwart Dr. Pahad came to pay his respects and pay tribute to her contribution in exile, as well as the early stages of democracy.
Because she was a true stalwart of our movement, totally dedicated, certainly to the empowerment of women and the promotion of women in all walks of life. And we spent a lot of time together. We spent a lot of time discussing issues. In London, we were part of a group led by Dr. Yusuf Dadu that had to be in touch with people of Indian origin in South Africa as part of the ANC's efforts at that time to mobilize people across all classes and races in South Africa. And we had a special responsibility to be in touch with people of Indian origin in South Africa and to encourage them to become actively involved in the struggle. So she's been with us for a very long time, and in many ways she's one of the true stalwarts and veterans of our movement.
The ANC Secretary General Fikile Mbalula also arrived here to pay the respects on behalf of the party, and says they'll remember Dr. Ginwala's contribution to clarifying the role played by women in the liberation of South Africa and the setting up of the ANC structures.
Comrade Frene Ginwala passed on at the age of 90 years and will be remembered as a revolutionary activist who throughout her life fought for freedom, justice and equality. Ambakahle, Comrade Frene.
A private funeral will be held for Dr. Ginwala in Lenasia, and an official memorial led by the government is expected next week. For NEwzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Govan Whittles in Johannesburg.